Hey, Caro.
Yay.
What's going on?
I turned 15.
You're not 15 years old, Caro.
15 seasons of Shamba Shape Up.
Yes.
Welcome to the 15th season of Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
So they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income,
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice.
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences.
On the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Have you eaten today?
Thank you, farmer.
Had some milk?
Thank you, farmer.
Bread, perhaps?
Thank you, farmer.
Tony, what is it?
Caro, help.
Oi. That's Muranga for you. Steep hills. Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
Welcome. This week, we are in Muranga County.
My name is Judy Nyambura. I'm 33 years old and I'm also a farmer. I farm poultry farming, dairy farming, and I also do coffee, maize, and beans. I would like to be a bigger farmer whereby young generation will come to learn from my farm.
Anybody home?
Hello, hello. Thanks.
How are you? I'm fine. Yes.
You are very fine.
So
You're
nice
very
to
good.
be here.
I'm fine.
You must be Fred.
Judy, we are finally here
Welcome.
and we are so happy.
Okay, so where are we exactly?
Now you are in Muranga County, Kegumo sub-county, Marira location in Gadaidi village.
So what is good in Gadaize?
You are blessed with rain. Yeah, everything is running as usual.
Smoothly.
Everything
Me,
is
I love that part that there is enough rain.
Yes.
So you don't have any challenges?
There are many challenges.
Tell me about them.
The first one is diseases in poultry farming.
Judy also added that both her cows give 20 liters of milk and she hopes they can do better. That's a big problem.
It's quite a challenge. Now, who does most of the farming here?
I'm the one.
Oh,
Women
impressive.
in power. What does Mzee do?
For me, I'm in Nairobi for business.
Yes.
So I work farming at part-time.
Freddie.
Yes.
What is your role in the Shamba?
For me, my role is just helping my mother when maybe feeding the cows, feeding the chickens here.
We love to hear that, and that's why we are here, because we want to add more to that.
We come with experts who are going to empower you, they are going to educate you, all right?
Yes.
Okay, so you give us some moment, we organize ourselves, and then we get started.
You are most welcome.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, thank you.
Ready?
Lady.
All right.
I'm coming.
Okay. Judy would like to bring in some new chicks, but is her brooder in the right shape? Let's find out. This shed does not look ready for the chicks. But after talking to Shamba, we know exactly what to do. First is to let in some light and air. Next, to ensure the shed is clean, completely clean. While Kamau and his team does this, let's look at another challenge that Judy has. To get the best from your cow starts from feeding. How do we do this to ensure you get maximum production? Let's find out. We have called in Dr. Ruth Ndungu from our old friends, Unga Farm Care, East Africa, to educate us on what good quality feed is and why it is important. Judy, how much liters are you getting from your cows?
20 liters
From both cows or
from both cows.
How much do you want to get from one cow?
Like 30 liters per day
From one cow.
from one cow.
Ruth,
Can she achieve her goals?
Of course, these are good cows if they are fed well. So what are you feeding currently?
Napier and hay.
So if we need to improve the production of these cows, we need to improve on our forages. We have good napier. Actually, it's very good quality, very good size, but we also need to add other plants, the ones that will give more protein to the cow. For example, like Rusan, there is Coriandra, so that we improve on the protein. And then when it comes to the part of supplementation, we give the dairy meal. Definitely your cows will do better than that.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you usually feed them? From morning until evening, or how do you explain to our expert?
Okay. In the morning, I give each cow 2 buckets. Midday, 1 bucket each.
In the evening?
2 buckets.
2 buckets. So those are total 5 buckets per cow.
Yeah.
Have you ever measured what is the weight of that bucket with that feed? Because a lot of it is wet.
No.
So in my opinion, I think we are not feeding the right quantity in dry matter basis what these cows are supposed to eat. So I want us, going forward, weigh that bucket. You get how many kilos. Do you know the weight of these cows?
No, I don't know.
Dr. Ruth and Judy measured the weight using a weighing band. The cow is 560 kilos. The cow should eat 3 to 4% of their body weight in dry matter, such as hay. This means Judy should be giving them 17 kilos of dry matter every day. What else should she give them?
When we come to supplementation, there is a rest of giving dairy meal based on their production.
What is dairy meal?
Dairy meal, it's a blend of many raw materials. Raw materials that give energy, raw materials that give protein, minerals, and protected amino acids. They are all in that feed to make it a balanced diet. So it will be able to cover up for what the cow is missing from the forages and help it to produce more.
How should she give the dairy meal?
For every 2 liters produced above 5, we give 1 kilo of dairy meal.
When giving dairy meal, take the number of liters the cow is giving you, minus 5, and divide the result by 2. For example, if a cow is giving 10 liters of milk, minus 5 and divide by 2, meaning you will feed 2.5 kilos of dairy meal every day.
And with that, we improve on fertility, we improve on production, we improve on their well-being. And I am very sure you will call me and tell me they have started to increase milk.
Yeah, I'll try that one.
So what's the potential for these cows, Ruth?
The way they look, these cows, let's even not aim so high. These are potential of 20 liters per cow per day and above.
20 liters.
Yes. But this cow calved 1 year ago. So no matter how much effort we can put, we cannot see as much improvement as supposed to be. So we need to get this cow pregnant. And then after calving, that's when this cow, you can see the potential, its potential very well.
Okay.
Ruth, what else have you observed that can affect the production of milk?
These cows have remained standing for hours, not because they don't want to lie down. The sleeping area is not really suiting their behavior.
The sleeping area is short, and the cows are not able to lie down and feed comfortably. This makes them use energy and not able to produce enough milk. Kamau and the team gets to action to solve this. No time to waste.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya. Today we are going to have a look at Kenya's seasonal weather forecast for the March to May long rains. We expect to have close to above average rainfall in Nyanza, parts of Rift Valley and Western, while central, eastern and coastal regions will experience close to below average rainfall, with northeastern Kenya and north coast expecting below average rainfall. Let's have a look at when the rains will begin and end in different parts of the country. As shown on the map, in the northwest and northeastern regions, rains will start in the first or second week of April. This includes Turkana, Samburu, Marsabit, Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo and Garissa. Southeastern counties including Kitui, Makueni, Machakos, Taita Taveta and Kajiado will see the rains begin in the last week of March or early April. These rains will continue until the 3rd or 4th week of May. The North Coast will see rains begin in the 2nd or 3rd week of April, and it will keep pouring here until June. This covers the counties of Lamu, Malindi, parts of Tana River and Kilifi. South Coast covering Mombasa and Kwale will get rains between the last week of March and beginning of April and continue until the 3rd or 4th week of May. Central Kenya counties will also get rain starting between the last week of March or the 1st week of April and pour all the way to the last 2 weeks of May. This covers the counties of Nyandarua, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Muranga, Meru, Embu, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. In the Rift Valley, the Western and Nyanza regions, rainfall that started in February will continue until June. This cuts across West Pokot, Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Kericho to Busia, Kakamega, Bungoma, Vihiga, Siaya, Homa Bay, Nyamira, Kisii, and Migori. Farmer, prepare yourself for the rains by getting your land ready. Get the right certified seeds for your area based on how much rain you expect to receive. Reach out to iShamba to know the best crop varieties for your area. Now is a good time to prepare your compost and manure for planting. Good compost is made of both plant remains and animal waste. Get a soil test done and get recommended fertilizers for your crops. Enrich your soils by doing crop rotation, minimum tillage, and mulching. If you'd like to get a very detailed weather forecast for your area, get in touch with iShamba. Call us on 0711 082 606. I am Brenda. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
Meanwhile, in the chicken shed, it is hard work scrubbing all the old dirt. The brooder is starting to take shape. While this team continues, let's see what else we can shape up. With most of us being more and more conscious about our health, organic fertilizer has become very popular. Where do we find it? And how do we use it? Let's find out more. We have George Kamunya from Biological, a company that makes organic fertilizer. So in this particular plot, this piece of land that you're standing, what do you plant here?
Maize.
Do you use manure?
I put manure, DAP, CAN.
CAN. And do they work to your expectation?
No.
These are the remnants?
Yeah.
They look so thin. George,
Yes.
what can you advise our farmer?
First, I realized that the manure that she uses, it's a little wanting because it's not well decomposed. So it is not fully ready for use just as she's using it.
All right.
Secondly, the number of seeds she's putting per hole, looking at the previous crop, it leads to a lot of competition of nutrients, hence the thin stalk. Now, looking at the purpose she's planting this maize, it's purely for the cows.
Yes.
And now for the cows, we should target to have a very thick stalk and milky. And that milkiness will be brought about by ensuring that the stalk has enough water inside it. If you use organic solutions, then it will draw you closer to the goal that you want to achieve.
What is organic fertilizer?
Organic fertilizer is a fertilizer that has been blended from natural inputs, basically chemical-free. It has gone through a natural process of decomposition. And like for our case, we have added a special organic ingredient called biochar. So it makes the whole broth totally complete and ready to be served to the crops. Yeah.
Judy, have you ever heard of biochar?
No.
What is biochar?
Good. Now, biochar is basically, in layman's language, biological charcoal. It's
Charcoal, like the charcoal we know?
Ideally, yes, but now made in a very, very professional manner.
Okay.
And undergoes several processes to extract all the wastes that are there in charcoal. Talk of tar, talk of wood vinegar, and it leaves you with high quality, with high concentrated carbon. Now that is what we call biochar. So it is ground, and it is charged now to the organic compost that we package as asili.
Is it healthy for human being?
It's actually very safe. Handling it is very, very easy. You don't even need to use gloves.
You can actually do that?
Yes. Wow. No scorching. Just take. Smell free. The good thing with using asili is that number one, we've saved you a whole 90 days that you will have taken for you to compost. Number 2, biochar, when you introduce it to your soil, moisture is held intact. The same way it holds on to moisture is the same way it will hold on to nutrients. So if Judy could take asili and blend with the synthetic solutions that she already uses, she'll actually be sticking the nutrients together because biochar in asili will act as a sticker. Now, the other notable thing that I have noted as I was doing my work is her coffee is not as productive as it should be. From the leaf formation, there's some deficiency in the trace elements. In the nutritional program for crops, we have the primary nutrients, the NPKs that most farmers are used to. That is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. A plant will also feel very good if it enjoys some secondary nutrients. Now, the secondary nutrients include calcium, sulfur, and magnesium, which other synthetic solutions might not offer in one package. You'll have to buy like separately. The plant will also enjoy if it gets some trace elements, that is zinc, boron, molybdenum, and some other nutrients. Okay. The challenge that most fertilizers address are the primary nutrients elements. So you need to ensure that the nutrients that you're feeding to your crops are well balanced. For a farmer like Judy here, who already uses synthetic solutions, who already has compost in her farm, you can blend your existing solution with 2 or 3 bags of asili. Yeah.
For a farmer who has been using synthetic fertilizer, it is recommended to blend 1 part of the synthetic to 2 parts of asili. Mix well. Judy planted beans using this mixture as a planting fertilizer. You can find asili at an agrovet near you. As Judy and I plant, the Shape Up team is working against the clock. The cowshed is shaping up well.
And the brooder needs to be done before the chicks get here. Hurry! Quick, guys!
Coming up after the break!
The chicks arrive.
And we learn how to feed them and how to take care of them. Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up. The Shape Up team is moving quick. The brooder is almost done.
As we get ready to learn about feeding and management.
In order to get a good start, chicken need quality feed right from the beginning. What is quality feed? Follow me to find out. Daniel Moraria has joined us on the farm and will help us learn how best to feed our layer chicks for best results. So far, he likes what we have done with the place. What else can he advise? Judy, you are a proud chicken farmer.
Yeah,
How long have you been rearing chicken?
like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And how has it been?
There are some challenges like diseases and poor quality of feeds.
So how do you know it's poor quality?
Because of the sickness, when I take the chicken to the agrovets, they say that it is the bacteria from the feeds I feed from.
So one of the main challenges in terms of poor quality feed is where feed manufacturers are not able to meet the set requirements for a proper chicken diet. As Unga Farm Care, we make sure that it's quality raw materials. Secondly, once we have produced the feed, we again test to make sure that what you receive at the farm is of the highest quality.
They say how you feed a bird is going to give you the end product, yeah? So if it means quality eggs or quality meat, depending on the kind of chicken that you're rearing. So, Judy, you've been keeping chicks. What have you been feeding them? And how have you been feeding them?
Okay, I start with chick mash, grower mash, and then layers.
So when they come as chicks, we recommend that you start them with Fugo chicken duckling crumbs. And this one you give for the first 3 weeks. After which, you gradually transition them to Fugo chick and duckling mash. That is from week 4 all the way up until week 8. From week 9 Up until point of lay, when we expect them to start laying, we feed on Fugo growers mash. Yeah? So then that is the diet meant for the pullet just before they start to lay.
Did that make sense? Let's take a closer look. To recap, feed Fugo chick and duckling crumbs for the first 3 weeks. Then, slowly transition to Fugo chick and duckling mash from 4 to 8 weeks. Then, from 9 weeks till they start laying around 18 weeks, give Fugo growers mash. With this, you can expect healthy birds that lay eggs very well. Any question?
Why clams? Because I've been using mash.
So a crumbs, number one, is better and easily digested by the chick. Number two, there is reduction of wastages. And when the chick bites on that one crumb, it's able to get all the nutrients from that. We have found that when the chick starts with the crumbs, they perform far much more better when compared if they start with a mash.
You may have the best quality feed, yet maybe there's 1 or 2 good agricultural practices that you're not following. What would you advise our farmer?
So usually we calculate the amount of feed that you're supposed to give a chick when they come. So you take roughly 15 grams of the feed just before the chicks come. You place it on the chick trays or the floor feeding. In the next 24 hours, make sure that you have added between 10 to 15 more grams of the feed. So then that is a starting point. So in other words, the more times you're able to feed the chicks, the more they're able to get fresh feeds, and the more they'll be able to have appetite to be able to feed.
So Judy and I place the drinkers with vitamin water. We place the feeds calculated at 15 grams per bird. For example, for every 100 birds, this will be 1.5 kilos. Ensure that the brooder is warm. And Kamau has put clean water with disinfectant in the foot bath. It's time to bring in the chicks. Rispa Wangare from Kenchik is here to make sure all is good before the chicks come in. Rispa is pleased. Time to bring in the new flock. Thank you, Mono. Receive your babies. My baby girls. Receive.
So now the chicks are here and the farmer wants to get good quality eggs. Where does she start from?
Starts from the brooder, ensuring that the birds are well fed with high quality feeds. And then the water, you need to make sure it's clean on a daily basis, clean drinkers every day. And for the temperatures, ensuring that for the first week, you have 33 degrees centigrade.
So, Rispa, when it comes to eggs production, which comes first, the chick or the egg?
The chick, of course.
Uh-huh.
It's good to source the chicks from a reputable company. We as Kenchik have a good chick. It comes debeaked.
What is debeaking?
Debeaking is trimming the beak to reduce the sharpness of the beak. Now, for a debeaked bird, they're very efficient in feeding. They'll not be able to select the feed particles, so they'll be able to feed everything in the feeder and then expect the bird to be of good weight. And the big bird will give you an egg early. Mm-hmm. The chicks also come pre-vaccinated. We have a vaccination schedule here. Marax is done at the hatchery, Newcastle, and also Gumboro. And then you also have a whole program here of where to keep your record, how many birds you have in the house. It's good to monitor the growth of the bird week after week. By the time they are 16 weeks, the bird should be 1.5 kgs, so that you can transition into laying and the bird is of good framework. We also have the batch number of your flock. This will help us trace in case of any challenges.
You as a Kenchik, do you support the farmer?
Yes, we do support farmers. We have our technical representative on the ground to visit your farms. And in case of any challenge, you still have our number on the box. You can still contact us directly, and then you'll be assisted.
So, Judy, do you keep records?
No. I don't keep records.
What's the importance of record keeping?
Now, it's good to keep records for every flock so that you'll be able to monitor the milestones of the birds, the weight on a weekly basis, you compare it to the standards, and then by the time you're getting into production, you'll have known what worked and you'll be able to replicate it in the other flocks. Yes.
So with proper management, how soon should she start seeing these chicks laying eggs?
By the time they are 4.5 months, the birds should be able to start laying. But remember, the weight is very important. At 1.5 kgs, the bird will begin laying. But below that, they'll delay more weeks. So you have to ensure you feed them quite well. Make sure you monitor the birds closely, seeing how they behave every day. Are they drooping? Is the litter changing?
Daily inspection.
Daily inspection of the flock. Thank you.
I've learned a lot. Earlier, I didn't keep records on my farming, but now I'll start keeping records.
The cow shed is done. The cows are not only enjoying the view, but they are well rested.
The new chicks are active and happy. Shape Up successfully done.
Yeah, there is a lot of changes in this farmer, and I'm very happy.
Paul, Judy, and the family. Shamba Shape Up has been with you. Are you happy to see us?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, Paul, when we come back again, what changes will we see?
So next time I can promise you, for both cows, the production will be like 40 liters for both cows.
If that happens, we'll work very hard to make sure now you get over that.
Yes.
So everybody's happy?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that everybody's smiling. Even you are smiling, eh? Yeah? Okay. If you're happy, we are happy, and our work here is done. And we'll see you in the next Shamba Shape Up!